G'day guys and welcome back to Gatekeeper's coverage of the RPM Discs WA Open. This coverage is brought to you in part by RAD, Gatekeeper Media and Disc Golf Justice. We are at the Mundaring Disc Golf Course located in the beautiful Perth Hills in Western Australia. I'm Andrew Ferguson. I'm joined by Tim Bowen, Paddy Robinson. We are the Tee Off podcast and boys, it's back.
Yeah,
it's back for the second round.
Keen for round two. It's huge first round, but our card coming in is Austin D'Alessandro with a 7 down, Connor Donnelly with a 6 down, Blake with a 5, and Damon Williams with a 5. Boys, a few new faces.
All locals apart from Austin, and we can see further down the leaderboard, also Jacob Davies from WA, Dan Frost out of Canberra, Paul Noisy Noisen, Aaron Morton, Reese Wisniewski, and then myself.
Oh, Steve, top 10.
There.
Beautiful.
Nice. Here we are, boys. Hole 1, 225 metre par 4. Big downhill shot to start with lots of OB on the left-hand side. So whatever you throw, don't fade out left because you're going to find a penalty stroke. Need to avoid that sand-scraped golf green, which is also OB. And then we've got a nice little tight tunnel shot with a low ceiling to start the round. It's a perler of a hole, boys.
Nice. Oh, Kenny Summers with the intros. Dig it.
Here's Austin after that very hot first round. 7 down on Mundaring Golds is a very, very tidy score.
Speaking of hot, that Discmania shirt on him looks special. Bang, there he goes.
It's his sponsor, isn't it?
So this is a common result, just making sure the turn happens and bailing out to the right-hand side where there is no OB.
Yeah, he's in a safe spot, though, there. Good mistake to make. So Connor Donnelly, this is his maiden Gatekeeper performance here?
Absolutely. Haven't seen him before?
It's been out with a lot of health issues and injuries in the past 12 months, Connor, so it's great to see him back and shredding. 6 down, 1 behind Austin at the moment. And he knows how to play this hole. He's keeping it nice and low. That's actually a little bit too much turn, but...
Making that spectator a little nervous there.
That's it. They are in prime landing zone, those two, so maybe might be time to lift up the chairs, place it somewhere else, because there's no OB on the right. A lot of people are going out that side just to be safe.
I mean,
they need to grab the catch can.
Oh, well, I was going to say, he did pick out the 2 spectators. It's a lot of fairway to work with, too.
Take my word, Paddy, there's a lot of fans behind these players.
I don't doubt it.
Here's young Blake Houston, a local, sponsored by Heiser Flight and Oz Discs, one of the biggest arms in the country. Let's see how aggressive he is on the first hole.
Oh, I want to see him put it past the green, the scrape, into the trees. And
he's cranked on this one today.
That's gone an absolute
Goodness
mile.
me. What? Okay.
It's almost. Is that the next fairway?
That's at risk. Got to say it's OB.
Oh,
yeah.
That's at risk of going OB long right, which I lied when I said there was no OB on the right. If you're in human, you've got an absolute pro level distance. You can find it, and he found it. Unfortunately, this is Damon Williams. Never seen him play before, but very, very smooth.
I was going to say the same thing.
Clean 5 down round to start the comp. Very tidy.
Looks like Damon's sporting the Disc Golf Warehouse shirt there, team member.
And I'm going to put that down to another debut. Oh, no way.
Oh, it's got
nice
and safe.
He got saved by the trees. That never happens. But yeah, I'm going to put that shot down to the debut camera nerves because that was a full shank, too high and all hyzer.
This is a tricky one because he's got to kind of put some hyzer on this, which is... No, he's hung it out wide, so he's kind of playing it quite safe there.
Yeah, he's coming behind the sand scrape green, so no worries at all there. But he's going to have a lot of trees in between him and the basket.
Yeah, it's going to be a tricky approach. Oh, what would you do here, boys? Go the big forehand?
Yeah.
Oh, massive turnover. All day. So there you go. Come on.
Oh, look at the control of this.
That's beautiful.
That is
look at this.
Well, that is a sensational shot from Connor.
Mate.
That is out of position, and he's had to back something that's going to turn by throwing it straight at OB. And he's kept it low enough to get under the trees.
That's trusting your disc. And this is nice from Austin too. Just get over that grass tree.
Oh, that is smooth. That's a decent flick. That looked like a mid-range?
Yeah, that did look like a mid-range. Lots of control. Here's Blake. And look, he did go OB.
Yes.
So he's going to have a bit of a dogleg approach here, but he's not too far away from the basket. Hopefully he can get up and down. He's just hit the first Guardian trees there. Hole 1, it's definitely a tricky hole. Like, if you're starting off with a par, you're certainly happy. And we've got Connor and Austin putting for birdie. So
Damon here with a nice little window to punch through.
Oh, that needs to
sit. Gives it a run. No, that's safe.
That's safe? Yeah.
Very, very close. That almost went in. It looked like he was giving an absolute run from way back.
Yeah, Blake just a little bit too far out to give that par
Not much
a
you can
chance,
do there.
yeah. Mate, if he's got the power to actually get down there and eagle this, though.
Oof.
Decent attempt from Damon, but he'll have to settle for the bogey as well.
Yeah, I reckon he'd want that approach shot again.
Connor here with a better 5 metre putt. Yep.
Beautiful
Smooth.
spin putt.
Great way to start.
Huge. That approach shot, mate, that was all in that. That was fantastic.
That had to be 110, 120 metres, as Austin puts 1 millimetres above the tray.
Just extends the hand for an extra second going, yeah, just leave it there and hopefully it'll go in.
Again, if you miss round one, Austin has the best body language in Australian disc golf. So, yeah, enjoy.
Moving on to hole 2, we've got a 200 metre par 4. It's downhill. You just really kind of got to navigate. It's quite an open fairway. You just got to really kind of be careful of this creek that the drone's going over now. It's slightly uphill towards the basket, but this is definitely a par 4 that you want to get a birdie on.
One of the softer holes, you just want to make sure you don't fade out or go too long. So a lot of players are throwing like an approach putter off the tee, as Austin is demonstrating.
Yeah.
Just somewhere
Great
in the
position.
middle of the fairway is great.
Yeah, pretty little bit technical, but it should be to get in the position for birdie should be pretty doable for this card.
Absolutely. Connor maybe a little bit to the right. There is a Mando that you have to pass left of on the second shot, so he'll be a little pinched off, but we know we can throw a backhand turnover. We just saw one of the best ones I've ever seen on hole 1.
Blake there clearly throwing his zone again because that came out quick, but it just dropped.
Buttery smooth from Damon. Does need to get down and not skip too far.
Oh, this looks great.
Not a problem at all.
I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll find out, but does Connor have a forehand?
No, I think he's backhand dominant, that's for sure.
Okay.
Here's Blake he's got a decent forehand and he's flicking his zone, his venom, putting that right next to the basket.
Jeez. That yes, it was short, but looked good from the camera,
very good.
from the booth here.
Now, Austin has a fantastic forehand. He'll be eyeing this birdie off, that's for sure.
Oh, that seems late.
He's yanked that. Good overstability. He's going to have an outside circle bid for the birdie.
Had a similar throw yesterday on the same hole, actually. He left himself a bit of meat there for that birdie putt.
So here we go. Connor, backhand turnover around the Mando. He's given it good width.
Yeah,
Needs to
coming
flatten
back.
out. Yep.
Excellent shot.
Very nice.
Who needs a sidearm when you can do that?
I'm seeing a lot of control from young Connor. Damon in prime position. Oh, that looks a little low.
Yeah.
Didn't quite give it the height to get the fade.
Feel like he was trying to throw that too hard.
Easy up and down, though. There's
Yep.
pretty soft par 4, this one. Even if you got an OB stroke off the tee, you can still quite often get a 4.
Get up and down, yeah. Test apart. Beautiful. Very nice from Austin.
It's got the what I'm going to say, aqua or teal shorts on today.
Yeah.
I think it's the Gatekeeper teal as well, don't they? It's the teal and the purple. Looks good.
He's on this enough.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sponsored by.
Oh,
That looked like a
another
little
great
left.
putt from Connor too. Keeping pace.
That's what you want.
All right, Blake. He'll just want to tap this in, get his round going. There we go.
And Damon cleaning up the par as we move over to hole
let
3.
down the beer frame.
Yeah, there is a beer frame.
Jeez. All right, hole 3. Awesome par 3 this. 115 metres, but you are throwing directly uphill, so it probably plays at about 125, I'd say. There is a golf scrape on the left-hand side, and it's a big roost with a backhand to get up there and hopefully get your birdie.
Yeah, there's a couple of trees on the right-hand side just prior to the basket that catch a lot of people because we're cranking our disc is pretty much it's a full power shot for most of the field. The tendency to go to the right and hit those trees is pretty common.
Oh, this coming out early.
It's got to sit.
Austin emphasising the turnover, keeping it high, and unfortunately that fades out. But I didn't see anyone get to that golf green all weekend, so I think it's out of distance for a lot of throwers.
It's definitely a fair roost, I think.
This looks a little bit too turned over.
There he is, just short of those guardian trees.
Yeah.
Not a lot of birdies this hole, but not a lot of bogeys either. It's one of the ones that if you've got the extra distance, you certainly picked up an extra stroke.
Blake's issue is just trying not to go too long.
Oh.
And he certainly has. Jeez, he made that distance look so easy.
Is that his venom?
I'm not sure what that was.
Okay.
It might have been a flippy destroyer, but that's gone a good 30 long.
I'm disappointed, Tim. You seem to know that dude's bag better than he does. So
I did glance at Tim to get that answer.
Hey, we were hanging out, and the young fella's got a lot of overstable disc. Take my word for it. Damon up and down for the par. That's getting away a little bit. He's going to have a bit of a tester, looking at like an 8-metre putt for the par, which is never what you want to see. It's certainly what I don't want to see. Connor trying to give it a little bit of an Anheuser approach. Again,
A little short.
left a little bit of meat on that, but if he keeps putting the way he started round one, he should have no issues. So here's Austin with that sort of slightly off tee shot. He's still got to look for the birdie from range.
this is long, though. Come on.
Ooh, very close.
Nice little bit of sand on the ground there just to check a few discs up.
I was going to say, is someone throwing here? All I can see is a grass tree. Here's Blake. That was
Looks
such
like
a good
Grug's
tee
having a throw.
Such a good tee shot, and he's got no reward for it.
Oh!
What?
He's given it the Garrett Girthy over the grass tree and just dunked it.
That's a sick birdie. Love it. Geez, that's one of those ones where like, I think the basket's about there over that one strand of this grass tree. I'll just put it there.
Very good putt from Connor as well. Yeah, I think Blake, that was essentially the distance of one of the holes at Chichester. So I think Blake, that's his local course, bit of a putt course. And Blake, he's obviously got it dialed. Beautiful hyzer putt.
Ooh, yes, count it, Damon. It's all right. No change required there.
Good par putts from Connor and Damon.
I dig it. Blake getting a stroke on the whole card from that putt.
Yep, definitely a hole that not a lot of players have the distance for. Blake is definitely not one of those, though. As we move on to hole 4, another par 4, 150 metres, very short, but very, very tightly wooded hole. You want to set your disc somewhere here at the entrance to the 2 tunnels that you have to get to the basket. Left-hand side, nice little forehand approach disc. Right-hand side, a nice straight putter. It's all about the tee shot here, though. You want to put yourself in position to have a comfortable approach to the basket.
Yeah, and just don't hit any of these trees straight off the tee.
Oh, I think
Oh, that's a
Blake.
good kick.
I think Blake needed to hit that tree. It's one of the holes where if you're off the fairway by like 1 metre, it's so much more difficult. You think, how could 1 metre make such a difference? It certainly does.
Oh, jeez.
Austin just hitting one of the very early ones. Yep.
Yeah.
He knows, like, yep. Got some work to do after that. So the door's open for Connor to get that stroke he's been chasing at the start of this round. That's looking very nice. Just
Got a great little pop to it and sitting like he's got the option of both now. That's great.
and he'll definitely take the right-hand side, being a backhand exclusive player. He'll be happy with that. Little sawn off from Damon.
Early.
And getting a left kick. Oh,
Yeah, it could be handy.
Should be okay, that. Should be okay. He'll probably have to go a flex forehand down the left tunnel from that spot.
He's shown us he's got a flick already, so...
Austin with some rough footing here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how aggressive he is if he tries to get down the tunnel or just lay up to the start of it.
No, I think that was trying to get down.
I think he tried to get down and then lay
Too
up to
high.
the front of it.
It's kind of there anyway.
So, yeah, this is what I mean, Damon. A little bit off the fairway, very tight angles from here.
Oh, that's too low. Oh,
Yeah.
well. He should be able to get up and down from there. Austin, this is going to be a nervy approach shot. I know it would be for me.
Absolutely. He's probably 60 metres from the basket here, but having to hit a fairly tight line.
That looks good.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah. He might just have checked up at circle's edge there, but
Yeah.
he'll have a chance to save the par after that tee shot that hurt the first tree.
Yeah, that was a very handy kick for Blake because he's got a nice straight shot, but he throws it down the middle.
Oh, he got a couple of pinball kicks.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Get some more love.
He's going to have a circle 2 putt for the birdie, but you'll take that because that second shot was way off the line.
Look at this drive. perfect position.
There's the flip up.
No, that's looking great.
Oh, fantastic.
Just
Long?
hunting medal.
Far out.
Looks like it's checked up at about 9-10 metres for the birdie putt, but fantastic drives and showing from Connor so far.
Just really showing two good drives on this hole to make it look easy. Can really show everyone. But
Damon's demonstrating the other where you're just off by a little bit and just clopping trees left and right.
It's for par.
Oh, good bid from range.
I do notice that there's a few of these baskets that seem a little bit raised. They're on the higher side.
Yeah, so when installing these baskets a few years ago, we found that the Mundaring Hills have rocks. So you can't get the sleeve in that deep. So some of them just aren't.
Come on, Fergie, roll the sleeves up. Get
Hey,
the
mate,
jackhammer out.
As someone who is 6'2", I do not mind at all.
Look at Connor.
Oof, that is a huge
Yeah,
putt.
don't mind.
An almost faultless round so far.
Little wry smile from Austin there.
Austin will need this for par and to remain tied for the lead. And
Yeah,
starting to see a bit of a head-to-head battle emerge right here, Austin v. Connor. Austin looks like he's taking it personally too. Here's Blake. I couldn't believe how far Blake got after hitting trees on the second shot. He's just got to tap in for the par.
Yep.
And Damon, unfortunately, will be cleaning up another bogey.
Moving
Fergie.
on to
Hole
hole
five.
3. Hole 5, par 3 is 100 metres, and this is a quintessential Mundaring hole. It's a beautiful kind of S bending hole. You've got to turn one over and have it flex back. You've got some ground play to consider and a couple of little pesky trees, but this is just such a nice kind of turnover, hole to play, like flex line hole to play.
Absolutely.
Mate, I was going to say that drone footage, that flight makes this hole look so easy, but it's not.
Even
at
the
all.
camera, like the line is so tight and you need your disc turning at the exact right moment. Blake looks like he's got it. Unfortunately, cop something late.
I feel like those wide angle lenses on the drones, they just make everything look so open. Yeah.
I feel like
it ain't.
the two throws that we've just seen have gone way too straight as well. This has been not a bad
That was
check.
far too high from Austin, but
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
tickled some foliage and kept going. He didn't see it, of course, because
Yeah.
he turned his head immediately as it left his hand. But it's actually progressed a long way.
I remember throwing, that's what I feel like the turn has to be. He seems like he's released it a little bit late, but I remember trying to force over something pretty overstable to make sure that it came back. But you've got to navigate this initial turn, which is quite a lot to navigate.
Damon, just a little early.
Yeah, that's
His
it.
releases have been just a bit off timing-wise so far.
He's definitely got the skills, but there might be some kind of lead card nerves going on. Hopefully that eases out during the round.
Beautiful up and down from Blake. A tap-in par on hole 5, you take it.
Yeah. This was playing as one of the harder holes of this round. Playing just a little bit over par, or almost half a stroke actually, over par.
Damon with a big jump putt from circle 3.
Now, where did Austin end up? This is how far his disc went. Wow. So he's got a probably 20 plus metre putt for the birdie,
Yeah.
and he'll settle for the par.
Yeah, I think you take par on this, you're not losing strokes to anyone. That's for sure.
No, absolutely not. In fact, some people played this for par. There's a little pitch out forehand line. Give yourself a 50 metre up and down and take the par. And as you'll see, just let the other players hit trees and get bogeys.
It's good. Connor just looking very smooth on the putt, to be honest. He's just the whole game is looking smooth, and he's 3 down through 5. So
Yeah, as we mentioned at the start of the round, I haven't seen much of Connor, especially not on the old videos. So it's good to see his form, and he's looking hot.
Alrighty, hole 6, par 4, 190 metres. Little bit tricky this hole. I really think the best play is to sort of lay up to this area before the green here, and then you've got this funneling shot into the trees to the basket. Really, the play I think is a pretty short, overstable backhand just to get you into position, and then really attack that green.
Connor's doing exactly that, hyzering something out nicely. I like being high right. It just opens up the line for the second shot because the tunnel shot, pretty tricky.
Yeah, and it seems to catch those early trees, seem to catch a lot of discs.
Yeah.
So the more angle you do have, the more options you have as well. But this OB is pretty full on. You're really not going to be able to go long of it, like get over the OB, because I think that takes about, 100 and...
I want to say 160.
Yeah, 160 metres to get past that.
And not a lot of advantage even if you do.
No.
It's just not worth the risk. As long as you put yourself in a good position. I think Damon's gone a little left here.
This could be low.
But he might do that for the hyzer in. But definitely there's no fruity forehand lines. I certainly went out that way and had a good look for the forehand line in practice. Couldn't find one.
There is the B tee or the advanced tee over there as well. So there is a line opened up, but you don't want to be there.
No.
I didn't find it, Fergs. This is too right from Austin. He's going down the second channel down the right-hand side there.
Yeah.
That's probably
going to be a birdie. Yeah.
Look, it looked, he was close. He was pin high almost, but probably par at best from that spot.
See what Connor does here. This looks a little bit low. Not a bad line.
Good hyzer flips. Hit one of the guardian trees and he'll be about 30, 35 metres out for the birdie.
Mm. Blake probably throwing a putter.
Yeah, it looks to be his buzz or...
Yeah.
Yeah, the way it's flying, I'd say a buzz going down that right channel and getting a kick back to
Good kick.
Yeah. Again, probably want that shot back. Certainly wants that shot back, looking at the body language.
Yeah, so we can see this hyzer approach from Damon. It's definitely there, but you've got to get some angle on it. He's actually going the wider kind of fairway in.
Yeah, geez, no one really taking advantage on this hole yet.
Maybe a sneaky look at circle 2, but yeah.
Well, let's show us some big putts, fellas.
The way Connor's been playing, I just expect this to go in. Oh, off the band. I wasn't wrong. Very close.
Good reaction too. Not that there's much elevation, but I don't know. I always see little rollaways from putts like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
I mean, who wants any more than a tap in for par?
Now, this hole was playing pretty hard during this round as well. This is just over par.
Just over par, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it's one of the more challenging holes on the course, but definitely you have to earn the birdie. It takes a pretty good second shot to get in the circle.
Hands on hips. Hands on hips.
Let's see if Damon can put some green on the scorecard. No, it looks like he's hung that out pretty wide. But all the players nestled around the bullseye for a par. So no damage done, no strokes earned. We see Austin tied at 9 down with Connor.
I mean, yeah, Austin just seems like he's just plateaued a little bit. That's his 4th par in a row. I think he'll be wanting to get some green on that card pretty soon, I'm sure.
Look, I think if you're 1 or 2 down through 6, and Austin being 2 down at this point, you'd be pretty happy, to be honest. The first few holes are definitely tough, and they open up a little bit after this one. But this hole 7, 175 metre par 4 is a hard one. You want to throw a forehand or a backhand turnover off the tee, check up just before this tunnel, and then you've got about 70 metres of forest you have to navigate. Takes a fairly straight, fairly pured shot to get the birdie on hole 7.
You've got to be... Yeah, this is definitely in Connor's wheelhouse, but he hasn't turned that one over enough.
No, look, when you get that fade out to the left and you hit high and just that slowed his disc right down, you're par at best.
Yeah, you've got to be in such a perfect position to attack that tunnel.
This looks fantastic from Blake.
I mean,
just a little off. Like he's like half a metre off ideal. He's not going to have a full backhand swing from that position. So,
oh, jeez,
that is a yank job from Austin. But did it fight through? Did he go left of the first tree?
That must have hit something.
I think you just take that and don't question it because that was super lucky.
Oh, smooth.
There we go.
That looks nice.
As long as this checks up, let's skip too far to the right.
Yeah.
So one thing about throwing the forehand on this hole, just gravity's going to pull it into that corner.
He might be far enough back. He's given that a good crack.
Yeah,
but he'll be short, surely.
I'm definitely short. I'm loving his hyzer flip game, though. That shot's really tricky unless you can pull off that exact style, the hyzer flip.
And this is the issue you see with going too far to the right.
Just checking up against the Mando there, so he's okay to
kicked off the tree. That could have missed the Mando. Very lucky, but also he's going to have a very tough spot to get up and down from it.
Austin, right, looking straight at the pin. Oh, look at this thing.
Oh,
go.
Pure.
Go.
Oh.
What a shot from Austin. Take my word for it. That shot is one of the hardest shots to pull off on the course, particularly from where he was. He didn't throw the longest drive off the tee.
Oh, look at this thing.
Houston, excuse me.
That was off the tree, yeah?
That is showing us some local love. That's ridiculous.
He was a wall ride off the tree.
Awesome stuff.
Oh, man.
Damon from the Mando drop zone. Actually, not too bad.
Yeah, that's a tight little line. Easy to make a mistake on that. So, yeah, you'd be happy with that.
Here's Connor. Fairly routine up and down.
Maybe a little sneaky bid.
Soft bid.
Here we go. No damage done so far on hole 7. We've got Austin looking at a birdie, Blake looking at a birdie, and the other two boys should be up and down for the par.
I can't believe that tree direction for Blake.
Ooh, that got through some chains.
It's all right.
Great birdie. How did this one play, Paddy, stats-wise?
This one played, just slightly under par. So there was a few who capitalised and got the birdie this time around.
Speaking of elevated baskets, I'm pretty sure there was a rock the size of a bus underneath this one. So this one sits nice and high.
I'm very surprised to see this one under par, Paddy. I couldn't dream of a birdie on this hole. That second shot is just so tight, and it does take a particular backhand putter, backhand hyzer flip to get. Or you can just bounce off trees like Blake.
Yeah. Pray to the Frisbee gods.
Hole 8. It is a 90-metre par 3. You're playing from within the rough, out over the golf fairway, and back into the rough, whether you find a basket nicely nestled in there. You do have the majority of that golf fairway out of bounds, so you really do need to have your disc come back into that rough. As we can see Austin here do, if he gets a nice skip.
Yeah, forehand's definitely the play here. I mean, you can do the backhand. I've seen some backhand rollers as well to come in, but if you've got a forehand, it's pretty straightforward.
Fairly routine forehand. Blake opting for the Venom. Let's see how that one skips.
Yeah.
And that, a nice little direction to the basket too. It's actually hazard now instead of OB, so fairly lenient for those people that don't have the forehand. I do like taxing those people without the forehand. So
this has got a little bit more distance, so it's going to come in nicely, I think. Yep.
Perfect.
Parked.
3 park jobs. Mm-hmm. No pressure, Damon. Oh, this looks good.
Do like Damon's
this looks
forehand.
really good.
Yeah.
It's got a nice little flick.
Oh, catches the tree. He'll have a look, though.
Yeah, look, that's inside the circle, that tree. It's about 8 metres, so should have a look for the birdie.
Oh, he's right there.
Looks way shorter than 8 on the camera, but I can tell you it's just inside circle. Didn't quite give that one the bid that he wanted. No. Very slow start for Damon. He's probably feeling the effects of a few early bogeys, putting in extra pressure on himself.
Oh, into the band, Austin. He just gained a stroke on Connor, and I reckon he's about to lose one. Nice from Blake.
Blake's starting to put together a fairly tidy round. 3 down through 8. Coming into some nice backhand holes where he can show off that hyzer power that he's got. Connor in for the bird, just motoring at this point, and Austin and Damon will have to settle for pars.
Absolute park job. Alrighty, hole 9. Pretty serious par 3 this. 120 metres straight downhill. You've got this OB sand scrape on the right-hand side, and then you do have OB off into on the left-hand side in the trees there. So you've got to be very touchy with this backhand line. This could be...
This is in or it's OB? No, it's checked out.
Could be perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I think Blake's thrown that Raptor on this hole roughly 8 million times. So he may have a little bit of muscle memory dialed in for there. For
Just
that
a
shot.
smidge.
It is a fun hole, this one. I do enjoy it.
Connor's gone slightly higher, but his disc is stalling out nicely, and this is going to be well inside the circle.
Right on the dance floor.
You can see those blue OB flags about 10 metres away from where he landed. The left side OB does come into play fairly quickly if you don't hang it out wide enough.
This is maybe
Speaking
a little too
of.
wide.
Too wide. I think it's got the height to get over the sand scrape.
Ooh, geez.
Oh, he just came inside of it. Now, the sand scrapes, if you can believe it, people actually putt and play golf off those sand scrape greens. This is what you'll see in regional Australian disc golf courses where there's water restrictions and they can't maintain a golf green.
It's actually pretty amazing, the whole process of doing it. If you've never seen it, you get this rake thing that's like not a rake, and then you flatten it out, then you have a putt, then you scrape it back and let someone... Oh, it is just a rigmarole, isn't it?
Is that why disc golf is so successful? Because that sounds like so much work.
So,
Austin!
Beautiful part from
cashed
Austin.
it.
Look at him run it in.
Imagine we had to rake our basket after we got
Oh,
it.
mate. That's as close as Austin gets to Raptor legs there.
I do love the sand scrape greens, though. They are the best disc golf obstacle. Unfortunately, Damon just a little bit over. He'll have to hit this one for the par.
It's an interesting putting style. Like, it's sort of straddly, but it's kind of like
Yeah.
not really into a straddle.
The feet are quite close together.
Yeah.
Like a Tatar kind of style, close feet. I don't know.
Oh, look at the spin from Connor. His putting stroke, I played with him in the first round, was looking so dialed. And he's got like an Isaac Robinson, like from the chest spin putt.
Yeah, I like it.
Blake in for the birdie. That's 3 in a row.
Unfortunately, Damon letting down the beer frame.
Look at the scores,
right.
just congest a little. 2 at 11, and Blake just gained a place and just putting in a tidy 4 down to start the front 9. Damon, unfortunately, 3 over to this point in the round.
I'm really digging this Austin and Connor little battle. It seems to be appearing as they both go 11 under par.
And Blake wants an invite too. Make
Yeah.
sure you join us for the back 9 to see how it all pans out.